You're listening to a Destiny Park Media podcast.
Welcome to the fighting. This is the Akira Slide podcast, episode number 20-something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing something we've never done before.
It's a little different.
It's also different, yes. And we're going to be playing a video game while doing a podcast.
Yes, this is going to be like a little tricky, but we're definitely going to do it. I think we're capable of doing so.
And it will make sense.
Yes, it all makes sense.
And Let's Plays are actually, you don't know this, but they're actually a popular format on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the fans don't know this.
Yeah, well, you know, some people are in that world and some people are outside of it. And maybe within like the last few years, I've only become in that world, like watching people stream and play, or basically, you know, they have their YouTube channel, which in turn they're able to like post games that they're playing, and sometimes it's from a stream, like they'll like rip it from the Twitch stream and then kind of just put it on their YouTube channel in full. But
and I've made a few remarks about a certain streamer, Darkside Phil, who you shouldn't mention him more than twice on your podcast, because otherwise he'll show up.
I was going to say, but so this is like boogeyman status?
Even Beetlejuice status.
Yeah, even Beetlejuice. Oops.
Sandworms, you hate him. What's another one he says? Oh, nice fucking model! Then he honks his crotch. That's the best. No, so right now on the podcast, we are doing a series called Ippo Palooza.
Yeah.
Where every other week we're going to be talking about the fighting era for Hajime No Ippo.
Yep.
It's a special time because it's like the show, or I should say the series, is on like a hiatus, but they did these little mini series around 26 episodes for each one. But now we're taking a break from Hajime No Ippo this week.
Yeah, now that we've, you know, as a whole, watched what the series has provided in anime form. But now we're going to break down all the major pieces that are left to talk about.
And there's a movie. Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, no, you're good. I know. Me and you are on the same path. I was just going to say that there's a few movies there, too.
OVA, which is different from a movie somehow.
Yeah, I do like the acronym OVA. I think
I do, too. That's why I want to bring it up.
Yeah.
And then there's Hajime No Ippo New Challenger and Hajime No Ippo Rising.
Yes.
But no more for this episode, because this is a break. There's certain fans of ours who do not care about Hajime No Ippo.
Stop talking about fucking boxing.
Shut up. This is a cartoon for little kids.
for children.
They punch each other and they fall down. Yep. Oh, little baby go boom.
Yep.
So we're playing a video game. Jallah, what's this video game called?
I believe it's called Hajime No Ippo the Fighting.
Oh, okay.
Very straightforward.
And is it inspired by the show? The manga? Yes.
Yeah. So it's like a direct rip of the show.
Dear God. We just lost.
Yeah, the viewers are gone. They've dropped. They're like, God damn it.
To have a large contingent of Ippo haters on this podcast is
it's no mas, yeah.
It's suicide.
Yeah, it's foolish.
So I would like to play as, do you have Kimura?
I don't have Kimura yet.
Well,
so I have.
You lost me now.
I know. I have your man though. I've got
Miyata.
I've got Miyata.
Dude, so we should bring this up on the pod. There is an edit. I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
And I've shown it to you. I've shown it to Waylon. There's an edit called "Let It Happen."
Oh, okay.
With Miyata, I sent you. I think you'll.
Yes, I did. Though I did watch it. Yep.
And it's just a great edit showcasing the 2-episode Philippines arc.
Yep.
And it has made. I'm not kidding. This edit has made Miyata one of my favorite characters.
Oh,
and that makes me sound weak-minded.
That's a big turn, though.
But what I realized was like, wait a second. Every Miyata fight I've watched, I've really loved.
Yep.
And there's something that happens with this show that it like gives us brain damage. Where when we stop watching the show for a bit, we forget like, wait, that was actually good.
Yeah,
like certain things. Like it's like there's this pattern we fall into with Miyata where it's like he's not that strong.
No.
He's just a pretty guy.
Right.
And you just underestimate him. Like I kept saying like New Challenger, the fact that it started with a Miyata fight was so lame. But that fight, aside from the pacing issues of the anime, is an awesome fight.
No, it is.
And
I think it's the struggle that Miyata goes through in his career. And it's a turn from kind of what's happening on the main front with Ippo and his rise, basically.
His rising.
His rise.
As it were.
Yes. Meteoric rise is the word I was looking for. And it's just, Miyata's a different story. Like, at the very beginning, he's prodigy, and then it's honestly downhill after that.
Kind of, yeah. But, and the way that little child asks him, why do you fight? I never see you smile. Why do you do something that makes you suffer?
It's true.
And Miyata says that a boxer's smile is something that has to be saved for like special moments.
Very stoic.
Dude, that 2-episode arc, it's
good.
It comes in at the perfect time because there's all this Barf Michi stuff.
A lot of side character stuff.
You're waiting for the next Kimura and Aoki fights. At least I am. I love those guys.
No, they're fun. They're fun. They've really incorporated them well into the show. But
the Ippo-verse.
The Ippo-verse aside of that. But anyway.
But no more Ippo.
No more Ippo.
Sick of this.
Aside from the fact that we're going to be
playing it.
Yeah, messing around with it a little bit as we talk about a few things. Yeah. So you're going to be Miyata here.
Yeah. Counterpunch.
I'm going to use my little translate to see if it says anything weird. I'm going to give this to you.
Thank you.
Oh, your first fight is going to be against Mashiba.
Oh, no. This is bad. This is real bad. Okay, so your screen has PlayStation controls.
It does, and now you're using
a fucking
Xbox
controller. So
the placement is where it matters. So obviously, circle is the accept button, but it's actually B. Yeah.
Dear God,
I know it's weird.
I guess the wrong one, right?
It's A.
It's gotta be A. B. So
you're just saying he's the rookie of the year. Featherweight Miyata is.
No.
And then, so we're reading Japanese text. I'm using my Google Translate up to actually,
scares me. I mentioned this to Jallah before we recorded. When you use Google Lens, and it starts translating text that's on a page in your camera.
It's that augmented reality thing.
It scares the hell out of me. Like I have some Japanese Godzilla books, and I tried it with those, and it just. Even though I want to read them, I stopped. I actually closed the books and never looked at them.
Like, no way, I'm not.
I'm serious. I know it's crazy, but for whatever reason, it gives me. You know how there's this like phobia of like holes?
Yes, that's so weird that you said that because I was thinking that. Yeah.
It's that type of feeling where I get chills. Like it's not even like.
Yeah, it's a weird it's a cognitive dissonance.
Because, sometimes we say something scares us, but it's only intellectual. For this, it's like, this was physical for me.
Right.
And I legit couldn't do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like when a bird landed on me once.
I was that.
I was at a sanctuary. Well, not sanctuary. It was like that. There's a place in Rosedale Mall that had animals. And they had a bird cage, a giant bird cage. And I thought I would like it because I like birds. I think they're great.
So block is this button up here.
Don't need it.
Yep, that's jab.
I'm jabbing the hell out of
this. Oh my goodness, he's fast. He's much faster than Ippo. I haven't played Miyata, so I've only played Ippo, and this guy's fast.
So I thought we could start with I gave him a counter. Ooh. Yeah, I thought we could talk about. I saw the movie 28 Days Later.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen that?
I've seen I've seen the first two. So 28 days, 28 weeks. And this is 28 years now that they've released.
There was like a 15-minute or so, 15-year or so like
gap.
Hiatus between films.
Yeah. Which I'm sure was like planned or something.
Well, they went through development hell. I read the Wikipedia.
Oh, yeah, I can see that happening.
And so it took long enough where it actually was. Well, it wasn't 28 years.
It took 28 years.
You know what's funny is with the video game, that sounded like a joke I just made, but I really was like off the seat of my pants trying to make it. No, I'm down.
Yeah.
I thought I was winning.
You were winning. You've been doing well. Well, this guy's very tough.
Yeah, so his energy bar or HP bar is... sorry.
No, you're good. He'll get up when you press circle, but it's better just to wait until it fills.
Yeah, well, the coach would say, You wait the full 7 seconds.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, here we go.
So you gotta get that block out. Oh, nice moves.
I went behind him. Yeah.
Yep. That is very Miyata, by the way.
Yeah. No,
this is why I like this game. It feels like the show.
Yeah, I saw some good reviews of this, and that makes me curious.
Yeah.
But 28 years later, it's actually by the same director of those other films. And,
okay, so same guy.
And I actually, watching it, you would think that it was a new director because it has some weird vibes. All right. We're done with round 1.
Round 1 is done.
Doing a podcast while fighting is
Miyata's tired,
tricky,
but he's good.
Father, I'm trying to do a podcast.
I'm gonna read you what your advice coach is saying to you. Ready?
Yeah, sure.
He says, Miyata is a technical boxer who shows his true worth by making extensive use of counters and step-arounds.
Yeah.
Miyata's finishing blow can only be performed during a counter sense or while using the sidestep action.
Oh.
It's not like, I don't think that we're going to end up doing that. But
not me.
Yeah, we're just kind of, we're mashing right now. We're having fun mashing.
And I'm trying to do a pod.
Yeah, and we're podding at the same time.
Poddying, yeah.
Potty.
Yeah. All right, okay, all right. He's good. Okay, got me there.
Yeah, he's using that stupid, the whip.
The long reach.
Yeah, that whiplash.
Takamura did say, beware his long reach.
Indeed.
I wish I had the dragonfish blow here. That'd be really helpful right now.
That would be fun. Oh, that would be fun to unlock.
We will.
This guy's fast, man. He's so much faster than Ippo. It's kind of
Ippo is a lead foot.
Yeah, he really is. But anyway, back to 28 years later.
Yep, and I've been accidentally calling it 28 days later so much.
Yeah, I mean that's the original.
That's the goat.
Yeah, the original.
What the hell?
Goat work.
Sometimes he gets woozy.
Yeah, this yellow bar is your exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
And so when it runs low, then he's still throwing that whip out.
I'll break his arm.
Yeah. It'll break soon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was quite a combo.
That was good.
Again. Yeah, there's your exhaustion. What's happening? Oh, okay, no. You felt the punch. Ow!
So I felt this one.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
So what you want to do is back up.
Back the F up. Yeah, I'm going right into the ropes. I'm helpfully going right into the ropes.
Yes, right into the ropes.
So, son, go into the ropes. Trust me.
Go into the ropes. No, when the pod is over, I'll give you a full breakdown of what's going on, what to do against this freak.
Yeah, and he is a freak.
He really is. He's a very good boxer.
He's the only person in the series that has supernatural abilities.
He's whipping his arm out
destroying his arm somehow. So I saw it last week. I was on a date.
Yep.
With a lovely lady.
Ooh, very nice.
Not to kiss and tell, of course.
I mean,
not to date and tell.
I was going to say, you got to put a little juice out there.
Yeah.
I
want to make sure the fans don't. The female fans don't try to go for me, right?
Yeah, well, you're leering them in now when you mention that's
true.
Going on.
That's true. That's what I hear. People want what they can't have. No, we're not. This person and I are just dating. We're not.
Gotcha. Nothing exclusive yet.
Nothing exclusive. Yeah. We're not married yet.
No.
I did call her my wife today, and she was like, "What?" And I said, "That's a joke."
Nothing at all.
Nothing, darling. Nothing, darling. But no, it was so. It's nice. I'm just gonna evade this guy.
I was just gonna say. I mean, you got 30 seconds. You can use the left bumper to hold your fist. Oh, okay.
I'm using left right now, and I'm being a coward.
No, that's good. I think you should stay away for the next 15 seconds.
Yeah, he's respecting me.
He is respecting you because he has not come in at all. He's literally just waiting for you to come in, which is good not to go in.
This is a good dance.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So you survived the round.
And that's when he would say to me, you survived the round, and I'd say, I've been surviving 5 years.
This is my journey,
Kimura-san.
Okay, I'm gonna read one more blurb that your coach your dad is, right? This is your dad that's talking to you as a coach.
Hopefully not my dad. Hopefully
your actual dad is coming through the game.
Damn it, Michael!
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
You fucking idiot!
All right, your coach says, in this game, when you accumulate burning burning hearts, don't hold back.
Okay.
Just keep landing finishing blows, especially if they use a flicker jab it's your chance. I see, because you're a counter puncher, and see, this is cool about this game is like you actually have to fight like how your fighter fights, which is like he's waiting for the guy to throw a punch so he can throw a punch before it. The problem is you're fighting Mashiba, and his punches are so fast it's hard to time it before you get hit by it.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hence why I think he had in the show having a problem fighting this guy. You're trying to counter somebody who's whipping at you, you know. But anyway, off of the Ippo.
We're just playing it, and you can hear it in the background, and we're focusing on Ippo the whole show.
Yeah. But we're talking about some cool stuff, some cool movies.
And I haven't even gotten to the first frame of the movie.
No.
Talking about the damn Viking poutine.
Yes, I mean, the food is important to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay out of that range.
Yeah. Avoid his long reach. Yes, I know. All right.
So the food was good.
Yeah, food was good, and we get to the theater, and the film is really interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, in our last episode, I had some criticism from people. The last
about the movie
non-Ippo episode. The way that I've been talking about film on the show.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting.
So people were saying stuff like when they found out that I was going to be talking about, what was the movie? Final Destination 6.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
They were saying, wow, I can't wait to hear you go more in depth about that movie.
Interesting.
And I said to these friends of mine, these are friends and fans, I said I didn't say anything about the movie that I haven't told you, and there was disappointment. There was.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
Yes, me too. Because I figured nobody wants to hear me talk about all these damn...
Yeah, the details of it.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, usually you think people's attention span is like, well, I don't really want to hear that.
And I figured I would just be repeating myself mostly. But no, I wasn't.
Good. I'm glad that people... It's good that people wanted more. That means that they were engaged. Otherwise, they'd just be like, well, whatever.
Yeah, these are people who tune in every week, mind you. That's so great. It's like, I should probably just assume good things rather than being like...
Now that we have, these types of regulars that people are coming and listening to the show... Yeah, they like our banter. They like our,
I thought you were going to say they like our band.
They like our band that we're working on in the background.
Yeah, the jazz band we're working on. I just got to learn drums.
That's it.
Jazz drums.
That's it.
I know rock drums, but that is not transferable to jazz drums, man.
Is there such thing as jazz guitar?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Got it.
Very, very into chord inversions.
Okay.
Where it's like you're up high on the neck and like playing in a really weird. I was hurting my fingers.
Yeah.
28 years later, it came out in 2025.
Yes.
And I'm trying to put myself back there because it's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a week.
Okay. Gotcha.
Almost a week.
Got you.
Not counting the days too much. So, it's a zombie film. If you haven't seen 28 Days Later, that is about a zombie outbreak in 2002 called the Rage Virus. And it just makes people turn into animalistic psycho monsters. For lack of a PC way to phrase that. I know you're always trying to get to be PC.
Yep. You gotta be PC, you gotta be Mike woke.
That's right. And I'm always saying I'm Mac. I'm not PC, I'm Mac.
I'm Mac, man.
And then people laugh and
the old 90s gag.
We lose a Patreon supporter.
I'm off.
But I've never seen 28 weeks later.
Yeah.
But I have seen 28 Days Later.
Yeah, for sure. Very
handheld, shaky, really gritty.
Yeah, it's got a very guerrilla style filming.
Yeah.
Or at least that's how it feels. So.
It does. And this film actually has some interesting camera techniques where it's like evolving from handheld into a... Gosh, I don't have much language of film down.
Me neither.
But the cinematography for this film, for the action scenes, is unlike anything I've seen because it's both shaky but also composed. Like you could tell that the camera movements are intentional.
Yes, purposefully. Yeah.
It's like this heightened reality. We were talking about augmented reality. This is like heightened, stylized, and exciting. And the opening of the film, it kind of sets the tone for the whole picture. it's a weird mix of tones.
Yeah.
It's a group of kids. It's like, I think they may have been having like a get together, but they're in this room watching Teletubbies. Like the film opens on a television set showing Teletubbies.
Okay, that's weird
because it's from 2002.
Right,
it's showing the 28 days later flashback.
Got it.
And it's this group of mostly blonde children, and they're
Aryans, if you will.
Yeah. Good guys.
The good guys.
The good guys. The Americans.
Yeah,
these are actually, I think they're Russian.
Oh, interesting.
Folks.
That's actually really interesting.
Yeah, so they're watching Teletubbies, and there's screaming heard outside the door, and we know what movie we bought tickets for, but it's still, there's a lot of suspense, like, why are they screaming? What's going on? Is there a zombie, like, in the house? And another kid gets brought into the room. Parent looks very stressed, but it doesn't seem like it's a threat level like 10 yet.
Yeah, sure.
But then all hell just breaks loose, and the kids are watching Teletubbies, but there's like blood, and like eventually they have to run. They have to get out. And,
got you.
That's the opening of the film.
Nice.
So it's a really scary opening and like kind of traumatic because most zombie films don't take place from a child's point of view.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. You're completely right. Now that I think about it, there's usually not like a kid that's like the main focal point.
Yeah.
During like a weird, like a berserk attack like that.
Yeah, and my friend Amber hit me to that, so I can't take full credit for that observation.
It's cool.
But then it goes to what we would call present day, where it's it's 28 years later, you see. No, it's not 28 years later. No, it is.
Yeah.
In the reality of the film, it is, but not in real life.
Oh, sure, of course. It's been 28 years.
That's why I got confused. Cause I'm like, wait, but it's not 28 years later, but it is. So we see that there's like this new society on an island, and it's weird because it's like, it feels like it's an out of time experience where like it almost looks like it's like in the 1920s or 19.
Oh, interesting! Like very dated.
Yeah, very old vintage vibes. Like houses are made of like logs and forestry.
Sure.
And it's very very woodsy feeling. I guess you could say. And Aaron Taylor Johnson plays the dad of this kid. And yeah, I don't want to go beat by beat for the plot. I'm not that type of guy.
Sure.
But the crazy thing about this film is that through great stretches of the film, it's like just kind of about a kid and his father.
Oh, okay.
And his mom. His mom is sick, and but the opening. No, it's okay. The opening impetus of the film is that this kid is going out into the outside world for the first time to look for a zombie, or not to look for a zombie.
Look for a man.
No. So he and his dad they're basically going to the outside world because they have to do this once in a while.
Oh, sure.
They live in a, like, I don't want to say gated community, but it's definitely a gated community. Like there's a giant wall.
That's actually a really good place to hide, I feel like, in like a zombie, in that type of situation.
But it's not like a gate like the modern type of gate.
Sure.
It's like a Middle Ages type of gate where there's a drawbridge. Yeah, it's interesting stuff.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Great set design, great location.
Yeah.
And it just takes you, it doesn't make you think of modern day,
Okay, so it does have a very vintage,
woodsy.
Yeah, old
organic
style. Yes, organic.
Organic, yeah. And it reminds me of like the Lord of the Rings almost.
Right, okay.
Which is kind of goofy because it's not that type of film at all.
Right, of course.
But, so they're going out into the real world, man, outside that drawbridge. And there's this giant like stretch where they have to walk on this. It's not a bridge, but it's like a piece of land, and it's like super long. It looks like a mile long or something. It's crazy. And there's like a specific time of day where they can walk on it because the tide comes in and makes it so they can't walk on it. Yeah, crazy.
That's really cool.
So I'm not going to go beat by beat, but the movie at times feels more like an adventure movie.
It's starting to sound like that, especially with the father-son dynamic.
Crazy, right?
The mom is like home.
She's in bed.
Yeah,
she's in bed. And it's really heartbreaking stuff a lot of the time. Like it's more about the like family dynamic and like who can you trust and community in times of hardship. And sometimes you'll forget that it's like a horror movie until a zombie pops up. And the zombie designs some of them are great. Some of them are great.
Yeah. By the way, for this movie, the people that aren't aware, the zombies movement in this movie style are like fast. So they run like full speed.
Aggressive.
Yep, aggressive.
They want you.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just straggling along.
Dragging their legs, dragging their arms. Just kind
of, limping towards you.
Yeah, these aren't the slow-moving zombies.
No, but it's not World War Z level. Or those...
That's like erratic, like mind freak.
Yeah, it's like Raditz. You're right.
Like Raditz. Just like the Raditz.
You remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember that guy. The Goku.
I'm your brother.
Goku wannabe.
He just comes about nowhere and says, I'm your brother. Let me kidnap my nephew.
Would you believe somebody just came up to you out of nowhere and said, I'm your brother?
I'm your brother. And then he kicks you on the stomach.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
It steals your child.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. What if in later Dragon Ball they revealed he wasn't actually Goku's brother?
Sick joke.
That'd be so great. Oh, sorry, Kakarot. That was a prank.
It was a prank. I really, I didn't think you'd believe me.
Nappa and I made that up. we told him to do that. It was an improv comedy exercise. And it backfired. I'm sorry about that.
Is Nappa the only bald Saiyan?
Aside from, like, background characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only main character bald Saiyan.
Yeah.
But there's various scientist characters that they show typing away that are
they
bald.
They don't have the hairstyle. Yeah.
There's some beautiful Saiyan women, too, as well.
Yeah, true. They just show up there every so often.
When you do the flashbacks to Bardock and King Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta.
So, the interesting thing about this movie is I really, really liked a lot of it.
Yeah.
But there would be these occasional moments where I went, is this by the original director? Because there was this one shot, and I almost want you to look it up, but I don't. I don't. Where they're like, so at a certain point in the film, him and his father come back home. I'm giving a little bit away. People want more. You want more analysis.
Yep, here's the detail.
This is why I hate the fans.
This is why I don't listen to you.
This is why I don't do spoilers. Because the fans, they
like getting spoiled.
They like getting spoiled.
They like to be spoiled.
Well, if I give the fans everything they want,
I know,
they'll log out. They'll log out of their browser and never come back.
Like, you know what? I got what I needed.
My tummy's full.
I'm full now.
Metaphorically speaking. But so he does go back outside of this community.
Okay.
And he wants to find a way to get his mom better because he hears tell of a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. And he brings this poor sick mom along with him who is just like confused sometimes. It reminds you like a person suffering from Alzheimer's.
Okay, interesting. She's not that old though.
No, okay. She's like in her 30s.
Oh, very young. Okay.
Really good actor. I don't know who played her.
Okay.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is not a fantastic actor in my book. I'm not a fan of his at all. But I have like residual resentment toward him because he was the lead for Godzilla 2014.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
When he was a kid?
No, he was in his like 30s for that, I think.
Oh yeah, you're right, because he's 35. So.
Yeah. He was playing an army feller.
A little army brat.
But Bryan Cranston had the best performance in the film. And he was used in all the Cranimal, we call him.
Cranimal.
Joe and I thought of that. I don't remember which one of us thought of it, but
good times.
Cranimal is incredible. Yeah, and I use it whenever I can.
It's got to be slipped in.
But in all the trailers, they used his dialogue, Bryan Cranston. Okay. So people were like, "Oh shit, Breaking Bad."
Yep, he's in
Godzilla.
Here. Yep.
And then you get to the theater and the Cranimal. He's passed on. They kill him off.
No.
Less than halfway through the film.
Of course.
And then you're left with Kick-Ass, Little Kick-Ass.
That's right. I forgot he was in that movie, too.
The great Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's not bad, but he's just there. He's just like doing stuff, saying things. Just kind of
motioning.
No, nothing going on upstairs.
Sure. Just blank.
Just kind of, you know what he is? He's a mirror. And so I look at him and I see me and I go, what the fuck?
That's hilarious.
The most hideous creature.
What in the world? Hideous creature.
That guy's just sitting on the couch. Wait, that's me.
Wait, looking in the mirror. That's me.
Nani?
No.
Yeah, so, but he's not bad in this movie either.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine, but it's weird. He is the only person I had a hard time understanding.
Vocally.
And everyone else in the cast is doing like an Irish accent, I want to say. Or, I think actually a British accent. I think British accent. I'm trying to remember the movie.
Yeah.
Thick and medieval. And he was just kind of... He was mush-mouthing a bit.
Yeah. Is he American? He's an American actor, yeah?
I think he's actually British.
That's what I had a feeling he was. I just had a feeling.
In the Great Kick-Ass Caper, I believe he's an American child in that one.
Good, okay. He deceived me. Yeah. Like most British actors do.
That's what makes him a great actor. He can be American or British.
You never know.
Hugh Laurie. He's the only other one who can pull that off.
What about Idris? He's a fantastic English actor.
I just look at him and I see Knuckles.
I see a red hog.
Can you imagine me? I'm in the theater and let's say some random person's next to me and I'm watching, let's say he gets cast as James Bond.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants him to.
Yeah.
And he would be great.
Yeah, he would be great.
So they were sitting next to me and then when he makes his first appearance and he goes, Bond, James Bond, I say to myself, Knuckles?
Knuckles, that you?
Is that Knuckles? I whisper, is that Knuckles?
Is that him?
They go, are you having an aneurysm?
Right, what do you mean, Knuckles?
There's a great On Cinema episode where Tim Heidecker says that it was great to see this actor, but the movie they're talking about is The Nut Job, which is a 3D animated movie about a squirrel.
It was great to see him.
Yeah, and it becomes clear that he did not actually go see the movie, but he tries to defend it by saying, well, with the way graphics are these days, I guess you can't even tell what's real and what's not. And his co-host, Greg Turkington, who is the film buff of the two of them, says, yeah, even with great graphics, you can usually tell when a squirrel starts talking that it's not real.
When a squirrel starts talking.
Yeah.
Good times, though.
But so there's this one shot where him and his mom are in this beautiful field, rendered, I think, through CGI, but the flowers are blooming and they're super colorful. And there's a zombie coming towards them in that field, and I go, oh, this is genius. But the zombie looks almost like a Rankin Bass. You remember Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
The animated?
Yeah, the claymation one.
I do a little bit.
It isn't claymation, but the character design is like this weird, unscary, ugly, clunky
because
mess.
It's in clay.
No, I said it's not claymation.
Oh, not clay. It's not claymation.
It's not. So it's a weird comparison. But in my heart, I looked at it and went, that is like, it looks like something out of like a stop motion animated special.
That's kind of weird though.
Yeah, and it's again, it's not the animation style. It's like the fact that it looks cartoonish and goofy.
In the real
and it's
world.
in the bright,
super
bright, scenic environment, so it stands out even more.
Yeah, like very dramatically, yeah.
Yeah, it's, a lot of the times films will try to hide CGI creatures in fog or clouds.
Yeah, to try to like obscure the visual so that you can still you're using imagination while viewing this thing.
Yes,
because that's the point. Like you're supposed to fill in some gaps mentally,
and also it saves money on the
that's
animation. That's the unspoken. But if we were doing like a behind the scenes featurette and we were the directors,
this is the fancy part.
We would say that that first part you said. We want you to fill in your imagination,
fill in the gaps, and it's watching the film.
It's not claymation. I want to be clear.
I didn't do claymation for this scene.
It may look like a critter from one of those films, but
a critter.
It's horrible though.
That's really bad though that showed up there. Is it CGI?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
bad CGI.
That's the weird thing is that like some of the zombies are like very practical looking and look like human beings in makeup, but some of them are like just gross CGI abominations. And when you have CGI abominations, there's usually a level of goop where it's just like like even Marvel movies. That's actually, I shouldn't say even Marvel movies.
No, they do it, yeah.
They have things that look like goop all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what makes bad CGI so frustrating, is it just looks like a bunch of, well, ooze.
The ooze.
Secrets of the ooze.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
Power Rangers reference. Wait.
Teenage Mutant
Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Different.
The ooze was also in the Power Rangers.
All right.
All right, I'll give you that.
All right, listen, man. Well, which one was the title of the movie?
That's true. You're right. You're
great Teenage Mutant Ninja Power Rangers.
Turtles. Turtles.
You know what? Power Turtles is great.
That is cool.
They did have a special we should watch, because there was an episode of, I think it was Power Rangers in Space or some shit.
Oh, really?
Where
Power Rangers in Space.
Or some shit was the full title.
Yes.
If you want to get on Blu-ray, you have to add or shit.
I'll look it up.
But there was a TMNT crossover episode at one point, which is a genius idea, because it's, a bunch of teenagers, all the favorite colors.
Can I tell you something stupid?
Yes, please do, because I've been doing stupid stuff all.
No, you've been doing great. I mean, especially as Miyata.
I hope people notice that we just stopped playing, because it's so hard to pod.
It's hard to pod, but I also I wanted to. I'm gonna jump back in.
Okay, that's
not right now, but
it'll be a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it'll be a cliffhanger.
What's the stupid thing you want to say first?
So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, of the, I guess, the late 80s, early 90s, I guess.
I think really early 90s.
Okay, really early 90s. I usually throw 90s at everything, but I was trying to be fair and give it 80s, in case I missed my years. But
well, I was alive when the first one came out, I think.
Nice. So that means that I was definitely alive.
That's the cool thing, is when you have me as a measuring stick.
Yeah, I was definitely there.
I was definitely alive.
Definitely didn't see it, though, at that age. But
come on, man.
The costumes, the practical suit, the teenage. I think you can buy the actual, the heads and the suit bodies, the physical. It looks like, and I guess if you put your head in there, you can move the mouth.
Yeah.
And I saw it I can't remember where I saw this, but I saw it it must have been on Instagram or something stupid like that. And I thought to myself, if I was a child and saw this was something you could physically buy, because I always thought they looked so cool, but you running around and that being your costume. In fact, even as a 30-some-year-old man, if I bought that costume and on Halloween acted like I was one of the turtles, super sick. Just doing cartwheels, spinning on my shell. I
think it comes with a no shell spinning.
No shell spinning.
You cannot handle it.
You will not handle the pressure of the ground.
Can you tell me, or take two, can I tell you where my mind went?
Yeah, go.
My mind imagined a scenario where I got up from bed, went to the bathroom, and turned on the light in my hallway, and someone dressed as a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle was in my basement with me.
Oh, you weren't the turtle.
No.
But somebody that's
else.
Absolutely frightening.
Yeah, I would piss my pants.
That's absolutely frightening.
But that's like kind of where I go with some of these weird anthropomorphic like animal characters.
Right.
Like when I was a kid, I got kind of scared of Big Bird because
he's big.
That's correct.
Yeah, to be very literal, he's big. Yeah.
But and he has those eyes where if those eyes turned evil, oh man,
there's no telling what he could do.
He would look scarier than that zombie I was talking about. I'll tell you. No, and there is like a joke, like GIF of Big Bird kicking a door down.
Oh, I gotta see that.
It genuinely does scare people. Like people go, "Whoa, that's freaky."
Yeah, so, the guy's pretty giant, but
well,
all that to say that
gentle giant,
the gentle giant,
and he's definitely. Like 5 years old in the show. So, like, what are you going to be afraid of a 5-year-old?
Thank you. I only recently found out that all of them are like kids.
Yeah. But
they're different sizes, different vocal tones. Obviously, Elmo's seen as a kid.
A damn child.
Yeah, he sounds like a kid.
Shut up.
Yeah, they're all 5 years old. Grover is 5. Like, Cookie Monster doesn't have an age, apparently.
It's funny you say that, because Grover I refuse to accept.
Thank you.
Because
he's like a grown-ass man.
They have skits where he's bothering that bald Muppet. And he's like a waiter, and he's like driving the guy nuts. So
yeah,
it's like with SpongeBob. Sometimes they have him be a kid.
Thank you. Like he's a grown man.
Yeah, he has a job.
Yeah, he's probably like I don't know, 19, 20.
When I was a kid, I liked him more when they had him be like an adult.
Yeah, same.
And he has his own house.
He has his own house, has his own animal, goes to work every day. This is a man, a grown man.
This is a grown man. Yeah.
All that to say, I like practical effects over CGI, by the way.
Okay, got it. And we're back. 28 years later.
Yes.
28 beers later. That's what.
We should cheers to that, right?
Cheers. Guy who has no personality except for liquor.
You're right, exactly. This is all I got.
28 beers later. Hell yeah. So there are some weird zombies that don't look good. You see Zombie Dong in the film.
Oh, really?
Big. This guy's well hung. I wasn't insecure.
That's, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well,
not that I would hate it or anything, but I don't think I've ever, maybe like once in one movie, but I don't think I've seen that before. Which is really interesting.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, interesting stuff.
I've never seen
that before.
A decrepit,
that, okay.
That piece. I've never seen a penis.
I've never seen a penis before. All right. Well,
that's interesting.
I can't help you there. I'm sorry.
I can't.
This is.
You sure?
I don't want to describe what happens in the film.
Okay, fair enough.
So, how does it look? No. So
the ratio.
It is a big penis, though, and the internet does what it does, and they've been talking about it as if it's like in the whole movie.
It's just the ones like
it shows up every so often.
Oh, really?
In the third act. But it's not like it's on screen the whole time.
Okay, well, that's actually that's more.
So I would say don't bring your child to it.
I never would. No,
I know.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I would say wait until she's moved out. I would say.
Okay, I can see that 18, 19.
34, 35.
Yeah. Thank you. The new age.
If she were me.
Yes, it's the new age.
It's the new age.
It is.
It's the new empire.
Yeah. We gotta be realistic about it.
No, I liked that I could joke about it there, though. That was cool. I didn't feel bad about it.
Good, there you go.
It was just funny.
Yeah, it was just
funny. When she's just 34 or 35.
34 or 35, yeah.
40, potentially.
Yep, you never know.
No, but there's one other thing I got to bring up.
Okay.
And I'm going to be careful because I'm not a guy who likes to spoil the endings of stuff.
Right. But this is toward the end.
Toward the end, a journey is had in this film. I didn't mention one thing. It's also about death itself. It's about life and knowing that you don't have all the time in the world and to cherish the people around you. I put my hand on Jallah's shoulder.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
He shivered.
I shook.
He's just so cold.
He's just a cold man.
This man is just so cold. Yeah. It's not his fault.
This is traditionalism that's got me.
Tends to make it cold.
Yes, I get cold and stoked.
So, but it has a really poignant scene where I thought to myself, is this movie, I thought this was going to be one of those 3.5 out of 5.
Right, out of 5.
Drawings.
out of 5?
Out of 5, that's correct. That's correct, yes. And we put a pin in that because we got to come back to the 5 system.
Sure.
I want to talk about that after the movie.
Okay, let's do it.
But I realized something funny, but I want to get this point across.
Sure. So
there's a moment where I thought, this is definitely the end of the movie, and it's competent, and it's beautiful, and it ties the whole thing where it's not a 3 or a 3.5 out of 5. It's like a 4, potentially more out of 5, and I'm thinking, this is cool. This is good. And I did like the movie still, but then there's like a scene happens after what I thought was the ending that isn't necessary.
Okay.
And then after that scene, something goes wrong. Something goes terribly wrong.
Something goes really wrong
in the screenplay.
Okay.
Where our main character is back. This is kind of a spoiler. I'm gonna spoil a little bit.
Sure.
You should still see the movie, guys. But I gotta talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
He's back outside of the walled community, and he's getting chased by zombies.
Okay,
and he takes out one, but it's becoming clear there's a lot of them, and he's in trouble. And he's by himself. He doesn't have anyone.
Okay,
and out of nowhere, some guy is behind him on top of a big rock above him. Like a boulder, and he says, "Hey, you did a great job with that other one. Can I give you some help?" And he's like, "Sure." And then this guy who looks like Jimmy Savile, who's a famous British pedophile. Child molester. And he's been, I believe he's been proven, but he's dead, so we won't get sued, I don't think. But
right, sure.
Everyone calls him a pedophiler. Anyway.
Yeah, he does look interesting.
Yeah. So he has, it's funny we brought up Power Rangers and TMNT.
Mm-hmm.
He has a group of, like, followers that they, like, destroy the zombies that are following the kid. And they do so in a choreographed Power Rangers-esque way. I'm not kidding. Like,
so this guy that's helping the main character has a group of people that's with him that are karate fighting zombies.
With jumpsuits.
With jumpsuits?
Yeah.
With helmets?
No.
Okay, just jumpsuits.
You see their faces, but they have, like, jumpsuits or tracksuits. I can't remember which.
Sure.
But goofy costume design. The soundtrack is, like, upbeat rock music. The whole movie has had, like, symphonic, gorgeous string-based music.
Okay.
And then this becomes funny. Like, they make a joke out of killing the zombies, which, by the way, you can obviously tell that the previous 90% of the movie, 95% of the movie, we see how much this island struggles taking these zombies down.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's, like, really difficult and really scary. So to see it become a joke in the last 2 minutes of the movie is sickening shit. Like, it
literally
it
right at the end of the movie.
Yes, it pisses me off so much. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
And it's like a movie ruining scene. Like,
it sounds ridiculous.
It's and I respect that they did it because, like, it shows, like, okay, a real human being is making this. He probably didn't listen to notes and said, I'm going to make a movie I want to make.
Right. I want to do something funny at the end.
And I think movies used to have shifts like this all the time in the 90s and 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but maybe not right at the very end.
I know, that's the thing. But so I'm trying to, like, give it some fairness. I'm not saying praise, but where it's like, it's kind of neat to see something this insane in a theater that's new.
Right.
Because we live in a time of focus groups. And,
that makes it
safety.
Yeah.
Where this would never be allowed in a MCU. For good reason it wouldn't be allowed. But it really, I thought, like, am I on drugs when I was watching it?
Insane.
It's really bad. Yeah, it's horrible. And
I want to see it just for that.
Seriously, yeah, do it. No, it's you got to see this, man. Because it just makes you, like, really mad because, like,
what was that for?
And it makes a joke out of the film, and it makes a joke out of what I meant to say. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It had the vibe of a Marvel post-credits scene.
Yep.
In the movie. you know, post-credit scenes are bad, so they aren't actually part of the movie, and it's like, that's why we all accept that they're not good or goofy.
And they're tacked on.
They're just a bonus. As Son Goku would say to King Goma, now a little extra bonus.
A little extra bonus.
Super Saiyajin 4. No. Hey, come on. No more Daima. So, first it was No More Ippo, now it's No More Daima. But it was like a shitty, like, here comes the sequel pitch, added as the last scene of the movie. And it made me, I think it was inspired by the MCU because there is a sequel for this movie coming out. 28 weeks from when this movie came out.
Really?
They filmed it concurrently with this movie. And I gotta say,
wow,
if this last scene is anything to go by, it will be terrible because the name of this character is Jimmy. So he is inspired by Jimmy Savile because in 2002, Jimmy Savile was still on TV.
Oh, wow.
And he wasn't outed as a pedophile.
Wow,
so,
okay.
But, and the director says the next movie is going to explore evil. So they're basically, like, trying to make us think that this kid who's already been through so much, I don't want to spoil, but
of course.
He's been through so much hell in this movie. We're going to put him through more, like, and potentially put him with someone who is being modeled after one of the most prolific, outed, like, media sex pests in history. So it's really, I'm like,
There's some decisions that were made that...
I'm genuinely filled with dread. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I'm filled with dread about, is that movie going to be that? And you know what I'm saying by that?
Mm-hmm.
Like a kid who's with a
How old
sex
is the
pest.
kid?
He's like 11 or 12.
Oh, wow. Okay.
13 at oldest, I think.
Yeah, he was out there doing his own thing.
Yeah.
I guess my question was...
Whiz. Sorry.
Whiz on the question.
We're up to see the whiz.
The last few minutes, would it have sat better if it actually were post-credit versus the end? Say the movie ended where you thought it ended,
mm-hmm.
and then they did a post-credit after the movie ended with that last couple.
It would be better. Yeah.
That's good.
You don't, at least for me,
mm-hmm.
I don't ding a movie based on a post-credit scene.
Yeah, because
it's not the full tale.
Yeah,
it would be like
the tale.
It would be like dinging a theatrical production if after the bows they said, like, right when everyone thought it was over, then the lights go out and then they added one more scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's over.
Right.
Like, that's meant to... The artist is signifying, or the director is signifying, hey, this is not, like... How do I phrase this? Pre-credits is, like, the work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Post-credits is the topping. It's a little bit...
Yeah, it's a little seasoning, it's a little sprinkle, it's, you know...
I mean, are we going to, like, take the ending credits and apply that to how you rate a film? No. So I put that in its own separate area.
Right.
And the movie Split. This is sort of splitting hairs. But they show the title of the film, so there's some separation from the, like, final scene of the story of this man who has a split personality.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it shows Bruce Willis in a diner.
Yep.
After the title.
Yep.
And I consider that a, like, post-film scene.
Yeah, we've removed ourselves from the actual
There's a title
film.
break, yeah. Because the title break basically takes you out of the, like, film itself and the story. And then you go, wait, there's more. Mm-hmm. And, yeah. So if there had been a bookend for the beautiful poignancy and they had, like, the title and maybe directed by so-and-so, then went to this scene, I'd say, wow, what the hell? That was like a Marvel Cinematic Universe post-credit scene.
Right.
And it would be in a post-credit environment.
Yeah, and he's having a little fun with it.
And it's
whatever
like,
it is.
Yeah, he's messing with the genre conventions of modern-day cinema. Because, the world of cinema has changed so much since the first 28 days later.
Yep.
So I respect this guy because I genuinely didn't know if it was by the same guy, and actually for a good chunk of the movie, I assumed it wasn't.
Interesting, yeah, given how the movie plays.
And how it has some weird creative choices. And I think maybe the fact that they shot two movies at once could have been why there's some weird creative decisions here. And they got lost in the sauce. They got creative tunnel vision. A great example of movies that were shot at once is, or at least very, very close succession, is Pearl and X.
Oh, cool.
Where they had an idea from the movie X that was so good that they immediately started working on Pearl as well.
Awesome. And
it was not originally planned that way, but they just did it.
I think that's cool, though.
Yeah. And for this, this story seemed like such a self-contained story that did not need a sequel at all. And it could have been a fantastic movie, dude. Like, it's a great missed opportunity. I feel like 2025 is like a year of missed opportunity.
I can feel that.
Yeah, but
I can feel that.
Anyway, not to go too far into I just spat.
You're okay.
I spat all over the place.
What would be your number rating then?
Out of 5.
Seeing it from, out of 10 though this time.
Okay, out of 10.
The first time.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Out of 5. Out of 5.
Out of 5, I would give this a,
including that misstep.
Including the ending. Yeah, I gotta include the ending for sure. Gotta be honest with myself.
Yeah.
I think I would still give it a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was really good.
Okay.
Up till that point, and then there was some bad acting with Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Got it.
Not even that bad, but just like he's supposed to be the kid's dad, and that's a pivotal performance in a coming of age story.
It really is, truthfully. It really is.
And he's just got no nothing really drawing you to him in this film where you're like, God, this is a captivating,
this guy, I can feel
bastard character or good father character.
Sure.
He's just kind of there until something happens that defines the character, and you know whether he's good or bad.
Okay.
But it's 3.5 out of 5, and I'm glad we brought up the ratings because I think we had a few weeks ago where we were cracking up because, as far as we knew, I had never done a rating that was not out of 5.
Yes.
But for some reason, every time I brought up, like, I'm going to give this a 4, you would go, out of 5? and I said, has it ever not been 5? I was listening to some old Akira Slide stuff here and there, and I think I've cracked the code on why I've gaslit you into thinking I never give 10s.
Sure.
For movies, I tend to go out of 5. For TV shows, which are several different episodes, I tend to go out of 10, I think.
Oh.
And for music, I tend to go out of 10.
Oh.
And for food, I tend to go out of 10.
Okay.
But for a film, well, that's out of 5.
It's out of 5. It's got to be out of 5.
And it'll never not be out of 5.
Well, now I see the parameters.
Yeah.
My brain knew more than me as it prepared me each time for a rating system that I was completely unaware of. Like, my brain's like, well, in the past, it's doing these calculations.
Subconsciously, it went, 10 is his usual
mode. 10 is usual, but sometimes it'll do out of 5. So you could ask if it's out of 5.
Go ahead. He's not going to make a big deal out of it.
Right. I'm like, wait a minute, but you know the answer.
You
like,
what?
Well, I'm not going to tell you, but just ask him if it's out of 5.
And then I go, you what?
What?
How dare he?
So that's good to know. That's good to know.
Yeah. So, and then by the way, I like listed it out right there. It's probably not even that like
detailed,
solid. Where it's like sometimes I've probably given a TV season out of 5.
Sure. It's not concrete.
It's not like it's concrete or there's logic to it. But I'm pretty sure in the stuff I've listened to, I've gone out of 10 for these types of things.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough.
So you're not crazy. I want to make sure you know you're not crazy.
So this movie's a flip.
Yeah, you're right. We haven't done flop or flip in a while.
Yeah. It's spreading out there.
Oh, I didn't write that down in my notes. So.
I remember.
Okay, cool. So Benson Boone is a pop artist. He's popping off right now.
Oh yeah,
he's flipping.
Yeah, I know Benson Boone.
You called him Boom, I think.
Yeah, Mr. Boom.
He brings the boom.
Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ!
That's what he do. So yeah, the Costco guys.
Yeah.
Saw a great video today. We'll talk about social media. Saw a great video of a man sitting in his car on his lunch break reviewing a Costco chicken bake hot dog. So,
are we talking about the man?
Not the Costco guy.
Not that guy.
No, not Review Bra.
But was it Mr. Babish?
No.
It wasn't Babish, because he also did a Costco thing, I think.
No.
2 days ago.
No, it wasn't him. No,
wow.
I don't follow Mr. Babish.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't support anyone who glorifies binging.
You have to binge with me.
binge with me now.
Binge with me now, and then the video starts.
I think that would be like a fifth channel.
You can sell that to them.
A mukbang channel.
Here we go. We'll give you the tagline.
Hey guys, binge with me now.
Binge with me now.
So we're gonna have a 50 pile ramen.
50 pile, all the different flavors mashed up together.
My cupboard, everything in my cupboard is about to go bad, so we're gonna eat all of it.
Jesus,
I got some malto meal here.
I cannot do it. I cannot and will not. Mm-hmm. I love food content, but the binge shit I will not do. I cannot partake in it.
What's interesting is that there was a time period in like 2016, 2017. Mm-hmm. I would watch these MFers. And it would help me lose weight, and I got in really good shape.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's that word? Like the opposite, like you see the thing and then you go the other way.
Well, I used to be, but in 2020 or so, that type of content like encourage it. It was weird. It was like I watched the YouTube video and I saw this guy eating ramen with like slices of cheese on top and tons of them, and like eating an insane portion of McNuggets plus this, that, and the other. And I ordered, you know, when I was addicted to Uber Eats, like the stuff I would eat, the amount of food I would eat at once was just crazy, man.
Big time stuff.
And it was normalized for me because I go, well, I'm not as bad as the YouTube guy.
The YouTube guys, you got 50 things.
And like, he looks fine. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of these cats, like Zach Choi, for his little shorts, you start to wonder if they're doing the thing where they take a bite for the camera. You never see them swallow on camera.
Thank you. Then people are just taking bites, taking bites. Yeah, thank you.
And these
it's promoting bullshit.
That's like the best case scenario, because if we're getting into disordered eating, that's the best case scenario. And that's something I take very seriously. So I don't watch that type of stuff anymore for the most part.
Got you.
Occasionally I'll dip my toe in and then go, this is acid. It's burning my toe.
Burning
toe. I got to run. But what was my point?
Sorry, we were talking about
the rating system. Was
the rating system? Yes, and Benny.
Oh,
Boone.
Benson. Benson. Subconsciously, you called him Boom again.
I just love throwing the boom out there. It's Boone.
Well, he's a Boone.
Yeah,
not a boom.
Like Boone Avenue.
He gets 5 booms. So, but you've probably seen this guy.
Yeah,
he's a
definitely have.
He's a Freddie Mercury looking cat wearing jumpsuits. That was a
That's
jumpsuit.
High praise.
That's a jumpsuit.
That's high praise. Oh, yeah.
And he's got the mustache. And he's singing these beautiful things, songs, and he does flips on stage.
Backflips or just
like front flips, back flips. He jumps off a piano and does a flip.
Jeez Louise.
He jumps off this like thing of steps and does a flip. And he's doing nuts stuff, man.
You're right. He does have a Freddie Mercury-esque look.
Yeah. And he covers Bohemian Rhapsody, and there's a conspiracy theory that he's miming the piano on it because he's like doing the same like piano movement throughout the whole verse, but the verse has chord changes, but he's still doing the same thing.
I see.
But I think that video was mysteriously removed, and I don't know who removed it, so I could be wrong.
His team.
Yeah. And a pop artist would not remove a video that was exposing them.
Absolutely not. Why would they do such a thing?
No, they want the truth out there. Listen, we don't care. We want the truth, man.
I'm not going to lie. This kid is young.
Yeah.
23.
He's the most hated pop star currently. People are like really enjoying hating on this guy, and I'm not a huge fan of his music at all.
Sure.
There's a song of his that I like the live version of called Mystical Magical. But the live version is pretty fun. And
that's cool.
He does a flip. And so anyway, I was minding my own business, and a fan of the show sends me a screenshot. This is crazy.
Wacky, wild stuff.
So Pitchfork, famously fair. And giving really and giving, come on, man, giving
judge not,
lest ye be judged. That's their tagline.
It says it right at the top of the website.
That's the new tagline. Just like Babish has the new. We're making taglines today.
We're gonna write those down.
Yeah. So, but you know they're very unbiased and fair, and they were reviewing the new Benson Boone record, his second record.
Pitchfork. Judge.
be judged. So are they saying that artists should not judge, or the commenters should not judge?
Oh, that's a great, just at the top of the screen, just like, okay, all right.
It almost sounds like a threat to their audience.
Well, yes, it's dangerous.
Because these people, imagine you log into Pitchfork. This is my Black Mirror idea.
Here we go.
It's a review website where if a commenter pisses them off enough, they go through their whole history. And they review the commenter.
That's dope.
That's my Black Mirror.
That's really good, actually. That's really good.
We came up with it together, so it would show story by Michael D. Rowland and Mike Jallah.
That's actually really good. I like that. I like that angle. Yes, they review you.
And then like it goes really in depth, and people are like, how do they know that?
Yeah, how do they get that information?
They like start crying.
Yeah.
Shitting their pants.
People getting exposed.
And then in the last paragraph it says, and they died by, and then Then,
tragically,
as the person's reading it, they hear like a truck coming towards their home.
it's like a Death Note / Black Mirror. Yeah, energy.
Yeah. And
that's great. That's really good.
They see a drone bug.
It's like a drone bug flying around.
And it's too late. By the time they read this review, they've been poisoned by the drone bug. And he goes, drone bug, and then he dies.
The episode just ends.
His last words are drone bug.
Judge not.
And the episode of the Black Mirror is called Judge Not ... Judge Not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, this is trademark, so nobody can take these.
And it wasn't recording.
It is good.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I just forgot it.
It's gone.
Like, somehow your anger made you forget it.
And it's gone.
All right, we'll put that in a bunch of what does he say? Some bonds?
Yeah, some bonds, some stocks and bonds, and it's gone.
I gotta admit, I'm not a big South Park guy.
Oh, really?
That bit is really fun.
It's great. It's great.
And it's gone.
And
within seconds. It's gone.
No, I think
but yeah, Benson.
Yeah.
The great Benson.
Yep.
Let's just say that he could have done a better job as Kick-Ass than
I could see that.
Aaron Taylor.
See that? They have some similarities in there.
I think they're both
the same
guys.
Cloth. Yeah.
Both guys.
Yeah. They're both men.
Both men.
White men.
Oh, well, hey, come on, man.
Hey, I gotta point it out.
Cool. I gave Jallah a pointer finger.
Right.
Cool it.
That was a warning.
Yeah, that was strike one. Strike one. Do not mention my protected characteristics.
Do not judge.
Judge not. Judge not. Judge not. Oh, this almost sounds like a supervillain as the judge.
Good times. I like that.
So, but if you still have a Facebook account and you follow Pitchfork, you get comments. People make comments about the reviews they make.
Sure.
Taylor Swift fans famously harassed Pitchfork because they gave one of her albums I think an 8 out of 10, and they wanted it to get a 10 out of 10. So
harassing for an 8 is kind of wild.
And before the review is out, they would threaten Pitchfork, and they would say, "I'm in the hospital, so this review is something I'm really looking forward to." Like, they try to emotionally manipulate. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. Kids being kids, and adult women being and adult men being adult men. And,
fucking trolls, man.
Yeah, and just fandom being fandom.
I'm on my last hour, and I really would love to know that Kendrick Lamar scored a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Please.
The problem is so many people troll they do that as a troll, that if you are sincere, they'll just look at it and go, damn trolls.
They probably won't even look at it, to be real with you.
Yeah.
It's just coming through in one ear, out the other.
I'm on my last hour. That's such a sad start of a sentence.
I'm on my last
hour.
I could write for them.
But Kendrick, you know how there's Taylor Swift reporters, or there were for a little bit? What if there was a Kendrick reporter?
I think they are.
Okay.
Yeah, he's at that status level now where he's exposed to all that stuff, all the crazy stands.
I'll be the Drake reporter then.
I don't know if you want to be that. I don't know if you want to be part of that clan.
Listen, man, you had a real problem with the zombie penis. I'm just telling you. I think there's some worse stuff going on over there.
I should probably not judge.
There you go. I love the line, I should probably not judge. That's really good. So in the comments, we saw, the review for the album was brutal. Pitchfork hated the album.
Okay.
And so one of the comments says, so is it a flop or flip? And man, it feels so good to see our mark on the world, you know?
It really does. I mean,
this guy, sorry.
No,
this person, clearly a huge Akira Slide fan.
Obviously.
I think I went on their profile, and I think they had Coach Kamigawa as their cover photo. And it was the quote where he says, not all who try hard succeed, but everyone who succeeds has tried hard.
Which I love.
And I think I saw something about just how much they love the flop or flip segment.
Yeah. Something about sliding, shit like that.
Right. And they were wearing Kaneda jacket from Akira.
Sick.
And
our type of people.
Yeah. And but he was kind of confused about whether the album was a flop or a flip.
Is this a flop or flip?
And our rating system is so good that
it's reaching different areas.
Yeah.
Different genres, really.
We're part of this is one of your favorite words. Mm-hmm. We're part of the zeitgeist.
It is one of my favorite words.
And right. Don't be surprised if I haven't watched it, but I think I heard a rumor that Man-Child, the new song by Sabrina Carpenter, references us.
Oh, it does now.
I've heard a rumor. Yeah.
Oh, now I have to go listen.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah,
I'm gonna listen.
She says stuff like pathetic, dumb. No, I don't. Man-Child. I did hear that song. Excuse me, I did hear that song. And were there any references to us?
I wish I remembered.
Okay.
I don't follow.
Oh, ouch.
I know, that's painful. Ouch. That's painful. What I meant to say was...
I wish I remembered.
I don't usually listen to lyrics fine-tooth comb first couple listens.
Okay.
I'm hearing vibe and sonics.
You like anime.
Yeah.
You're a loser.
You're a loser. That couldn't be talking about me.
You go, well, there's nothing about us.
Yeah, nothing in there about us at all.
Power Rangers. Wow, you're an adult. Have you ever heard of the famous Power Rangers Rant by Linkara?
Mm-mm.
Oh, gosh.
Power Rangers Rant?
Yeah.
In what year?
I don't remember what year, but Linkara, he was part of Channel Awesome, which was a production company that was mainly known for being the home of, and started by Nostalgia Critic.
Okay.
The guy who screams a lot.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Screeching.
Yeah, screeching. That's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it some other time.
Yes.
There's a rant that Linkara goes on where fans they're really excited about him putting out a new History of Power Rangers video. And in the new episode of his series, which is supposed to be about the history of Power Rangers, he goes, to those of you who have been patient, thank you so much. To everyone else, in case you haven't noticed, I've been more than a little busy lately. I had to move. I had a software corruption.
He's explaining himself.
Yeah, he is legit angry about people being impatient for his content. And he's like, it'll be out when it's out. There's no set schedule. History of Power Rangers has no set schedule.
So funny.
It's really good.
That's hilarious.
You gotta watch it. And I use him as an example of if I did have an audience.
This was what you would do.
Can you imagine?
Akira Slide will come out when it comes out.
It'll be out when it's out.
I've been doing road work for the past couple of weeks now.
In case you haven't noticed, the new Dermot record has been needing a lot of tender love and care.
Yeah, do your pitch now.
We've been doing guitar solos for 3 months. Because I am not good at guitar. Just losing it on them.
Losing it.
I haven't been taking my vocal lessons, and I suffered for it.
Yeah.
And now...
Are you happy now?
Are you happy now? Guess what? I just blew on my voice yelling at you guys.
Everything is their fault.
The history of Godzilla... What would our history of? Oh, it would be history of Hajime No Ippo.
Yeah, it would be the history.
The history of Ippo.
Yeah, the history of Ippo.
Well, but yeah, so...
yeah, Flower Flips, it's sweeping the nation. Mm-hmm. We're going to continue push on that.
Even though we just missed it for this episode for...
last.
It's true, you did. So, and it is a flop. Wait, flip.
Oh, God. And you know what, that movie? It is a flop.
It is a flop. That was a total accident.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So funny. You were so shocked.
You know that movie? It is a flop.
What's the temporal distance? I hate that movie.
That movie was trash. It's a flop.
Yeah, that was so good, dude.
The 3.5. It's a flop.
Thumbs down.
Good shit.
God, that hurts.
Good
All
shit.
right, so where are we at? An hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah, we got some time.
Oh, this is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do a vote from our fans.
Sure.
Would you rather hear us talk about music. Because
Mm-hmm.
I have some new music releases I could talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Or just like social media. I don't know. I'm feeling the vibe of like just talking about silly social media stuff.
Yeah, this is the social media thing.
Okay. So there's some... I've been really hooked on like YouTube lately.
Yeah.
And not even watching stuff that I'm actively enjoying.
Okay.
Just stuff that is like...
Showing up on feed?
It showed up on my feed out of nowhere. And I've just been sort of following the rabbit hole.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That's very easy to get into.
Yeah. Have you heard of this guy, Tiny Chef?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're talking about the cartoon thing?
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon. That's so funny you bring up Tiny Chef. Yes, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Does your family...
yeah, we've watched him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How
I think we've seen most of the episodes.
How do you feel about this little critter?
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's creative. It's queer positive.
It is?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stop watching.
Traditional man, I know. I'm scaring you off with that.
Well, listen, it's Pride weekend right now, so it's all been in my face.
You've been holding it in deeply. I understand.
This is a joke.
Just sweating.
Just so everyone knows.
Yes, obviously.
I'm one of my worst habits on this show in particular is like halting momentum by explaining that what I just did was a joke.
Well,
I do it a lot.
Given the way the internet works, you're fine doing it that way because this is why I don't speak online very often because I'm just getting misconstrued from sarcasm, which I do a lot of.
When I'm in the editing bay, though, I'm like, God, you just lost momentum.
Oh, you slipped right there.
That would have been a great tear.
You bobbed instead of weaved.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
But no, I mean, to put my beliefs out there for a second, and then if you put your beliefs out and like say them really straightforwardly, like into the camera lens, then you look like some sort of virtue signaler. Yeah,
you're definitely a snowflake virtue signaler.
Snowflake, that's good.
Leftist.
That's really good. I'll just say that I am a leftist. I'll just say that. That doesn't sound cringe.
No, leftist is like
when you get too specific, then it's like okay, that's like come on,
this guy's a fucking anarchist, man.
Believes in Satan.
Yeah.
Well, Tiny Chef came up on my feed actually just like 2 days ago.
That's really random
because his show got canceled.
Oh, it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he put out a video. Well, his human creators put out a video where they have him answer the phone and go, "Fellow Nickelodeon," and he's like, "I'm ready. Are we ready to do some more episodes?" He has that
weird talking
speech pattern.
Yeah,
and
speech impediment.
They actually show him getting the news that his show is canceled.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and he starts crying.
He does?
Yes, dude. They've been... So it's really heartbreaking.
I have to see that.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I have to see it.
Yeah.
I have to. Because I know the guy. Well, I know the guy.
He's real.
I know the guy.
He's real.
And I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's not doing well, man.
Yeah, he's making his way. All right, Tiny Chef. I'm not surprised, and why I say that is because Paramount have been going through these weird changes,
mergers.
Those cool.
Murders. I knew you thought I said murders.
Yep.
I'm like, no, mergers.
No, murders.
Only mergers in the building.
No, they got rid of fucking Noggin.
Yeah,
which is. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, no,
5 years ago. 5 days ago. No, 29 years later. 28 years later, excuse me. Got the wrong...
5 years ago. Oh, Mike, this is really old news.
Yeah, this is old as hell, man.
He came back. But
so he has his own little YouTube channel.
Yeah, now you and... the family are going to have to subscribe to it, of course.
Of course.
Because it's not going to be on TV no more. But, he gets the news that it's been canceled and just... it's weird. Someone on the other end of the call seems to say, love you, because he says, love you too.
Yeah, he it's like, that's his thing that he says at the end of, like, calls.
Yeah.
Where he's like, at the end of his episodes, he'll call somebody on the phone or something.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
Yeah, and he does this like really quick like interview. It's like an interview basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Love you, bye."
Permission to have a bad take.
No, go.
The stuff that I've seen from the show, it's like beautifully animated.
Mm-hmm.
Huge respect for everyone involved in the animation, and really creative, really cool. I wish this guy was around when I was a kid.
Yeah, very fun.
So, and I understand that the creative team behind him must be heartbroken.
Yeah,
sad.
Sure.
There's part of me that this hits a note of like manipulation.
This thing?
Yeah, to show him sobbing about being canceled. Jeez. And then they have these call to action.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
That's the part that's actually like, okay, they're being real about it.
Yeah, you can send us money on PayPal, send us money on this other service.
PayPal money sends?
And there's like multiple calls to action, like join our newsletter, subscribe to the channel. I'm
fine with the newsletter thing, that's cool.
Yeah.
The paying, though, that part's a little weird.
Paying for nothing that's been defined.
Right.
Because like if they're saying, we want to do new episodes, here's how. Because they make like obscure, they make oblique references to, if you want to see Tiny Chef continue, here's how. But doing random PayPal donations of $5, I'm not sure how that
won't do anything.
Yeah, and by the way, grassroots promotion of like fan donations, Kickstarters.
Yeah.
Like start a Kickstarter, start a Indiegogo, give clear goals for how you want to get the show back. And I'm sure they're heartbroken and they're very sad. This seems like it's happening very fast because it seemed like just a few days ago he was like hoping for a call from Nickelodeon or something like that.
Yeah, because he's signed to... This is like a music conversation now. He's signed to a major label.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. So me giving you money while you're signed to Nickelodeon's like doesn't make sense. Like, well, that's not going into your budget.
The one good thing is they gave the IP back to the people. Nickelodeon usually doesn't do that.
Yeah, I could see them not doing that. That's actually really incredible. And I think that's why they have a YouTube channel, The Tiny Chef Show.
Yeah.
Because they could do this just YouTube.
Yeah. And maybe they will from now on.
Honestly, the guys on the internet that do kids content making millions.
Yeah. So they'll probably be fine, but there's just a note of weirdness to me.
The money things
showing the kid's character crying about this is really weird. Like, imagine Sesame Street putting out a message about how Trump cut their funding and they start crying on camera.
I don't like it. I understand the motive, but I don't love it.
I've seen no one online say this, so we could get some blowback, buddy, for my opinion here.
No, it's okay. I think I respect them trying to take their matters into their own hands.
Me too.
But I'm saying that I think if you're gonna do the funding piece, I'm with you. You should have some clear goal set for it.
And I'm not against fans using their dollars to bring something back.
Yeah, I've given money to a few different things.
Yeah, same here.
So next century.
I listened to that episode in the past week.
Oh, did you?
We had another pop-up that you moved to next century.
I did. Which is so funny, and it came back. And then another century.
Not to... it's already been 100 years.
You know what would be fucking, like, really trippy? Is if it actually was accurate time-wise. It's like reading time in a different way, and they're like, it's been another century. And we're like, what? It's only been like a few weeks. and you're like, well, yeah, you're in the wrong... time zone, or not time zone. You're in the wrong dimension. Yes.
It makes me think of the Mandela effect.
It has been 100 years.
It has actually been 100 years in this dimension.
Yeah. So
the short year dimension.
You're gonna restart, or
so that's like a Family Guy cutaway. So you gonna restart, or
what?
It's been 100 years here.
We're gonna do another 100.
But yeah, so I've been watching little clips of this little fucker here, and he's pretty cool.
You know who's the star of the show, though? His little friend.
His little friend?
I can't think of the name of now because I haven't watched the show in a while, but his little friend guy, his little sous chef. I can't think of his name.
He mentioned that someone had been trained recently and he'll be better now on the phone call.
He sold out his little buddy.
Let's watch the clip.
Let's watch it.
I know we're not a React channel, but it's only a minute. So he's just cleaning something. Micaflodian. Yeah, that's blepisodes. So he's shocked. Canceled?
What do you mean canceled?
Ruby. That's like me talking about Chloe, my dog.
Yeah. He'll be better. Or she'll be better.
And he's like trying to convince them. Mouth. Yeah. No, the animation here is incredible.
It's great.
That's your friend.
Let me see now. I gotta see the comments. He likes them.
Oh my god. I didn't know. He didn't yesterday. There's a comment here saying I love you after canceling a cute show is demonically insane. Tiny Chef hit the love react for that one.
God.
But yeah, he started trying to get back to work after the call and got back to cleaning. And then he just burst into tears and went.
That's so horrible the way it ends quietly like that.
Yeah, go back. You got to see it because you were looking at the comments.
I was.
So here's him after the call. He goes, well,
dust himself off.
He says, I got to get back to work. This plant isn't going to dust itself.
Nope, the tears.
And that's very realistic, by the way.
Very, very.
Insanely good. And by the way, the framing of the trees out in the front, it makes this look like a total 3-dimensional world he's living in.
Foreground, the foreground and the background.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
amazing.
Nothing but respect for the video.
They got talent.
Yeah, tons of talent, and I will keep watching this stuff. There's another channel. Did you get the video I sent you last night about Winnie the Pooh?
I didn't watch it yet.
Okay,
but it is on my phone.
So it's.
Can I give you a money update?
Yes.
Got 2 G's right here, buddy.
2 G's. Yeah, but what currency is that? It says ARS.
I don't even know what it is. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not $2,000.
What is ARS? You're right, because there's no dollar sign. This is a dollar sign. ARS.
And they don't have a way of like organizing by donations, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Dark Side Phil wishes.
You'll get it when you get it.
Now, guys, if this happened to Dark Side Phil, he would just be like, now, guys, I just got canceled by Nickelodeon, and I need that money to pay my bills. So.
Just says it in a fucking annoying way. Just annoying.
And just, like, expectant. Like, you guys are going to pay this.
Oh, my God. I
will make you pay these bills.
That's pretty amazing.
My electric bill, bill. Just list them off.
How am I supposed to provide excellent content to you guys if I don't have any funding?
He calls it meaningful content.
Meaningful.
Meaningful content. A guy sitting there playing video games. And he's saying,
well choice words.
Not my choice.
Meaningful.
Oh, he's another pattern playing Scrub. Fuck.
So how in the hell did Tiny Chef end up on your feed? What hole did you like land in that like circled you to Nickelodeon Tiny Chef? This is a weird question.
Yeah, no. I think it is because I am such a big fan of like production, like in terms of I love practical effects. Do you know if this is a practical effects show or is that CGI?
It's practical.
It is? Okay. How did they get that out so fast? So. I think the fact that there was scandal involved where it's like this got canceled unexpectedly.
Sure.
And I'm a big hater of WB, which is like you're constantly getting cancellation news from WB.
Okay.
So I think it's that type of thing because I don't watch any sort of like family content on my computer. I don't have a child, you see.
Right.
And yeah, that just came out of nowhere. I think also YouTube Shorts is less like it has less sophisticated of a recommendation engine.
So the shorts kind of shot out at you.
Shorts shot out at me, that's correct.
I won't lie to you, him having 265,000 subscribers to a kid channel that's like a small show on Nickelodeon. It's not a big show on Nickelodeon. I mean, I guess it was part of the block, but I don't think it's not Paw Patrol, it's not the main, it's not Peppa Pig. This is like a small.
Yeah.
You're like really in my wheelhouse now. And I'm showing off right now. I gotta show off. It's not Peppa.
It's not the Wiggles.
It's not the fucking Wiggles. And the Wiggles, they're their own universe. But
did I tell you that there's a Scrubs episode where JD is talking to Dr. Cox and Turk, and they're explaining to him the difference about like when you're a father and when you're not a father? And
no, tell me.
They mentioned, I've been to 5 different... This is like a paraphrase.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to 5 different Wiggles concerts. That's what Dr. Cox says. And Turk says, how was that Wiggles concert? Or how were those Wiggle concerts? And he goes, they were awesome.
No,
they opened and... or he goes, did they play like Magic Carpet? And he goes, they opened and closed the show with it. So he starts out saying like it's weird that he's been to Wiggles concerts, and he goes, they were quite enjoyable.
I feel bad still up in Cotton, but it's because they don't come here that often. If they do come here, it's the big city, only the big city.
Los Angeles.
Thank you.
Chicago.
Yeah. I don't think even Chicago. I think Los Angeles or New York.
That's crazy.
Because they're an Australian crew.
Yeah.
They're over there performing a lot continuously, and then maybe pop in and pop out. But that's here nor there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tiny Chef's a smaller show.
Yeah.
It is part of Nickelodeon block, but having almost half a...
He's saying not anymore.
Yeah. in his voice.
The boo-hoo he could say, I think.
No, he's got a great subscriber list.
Yeah, and I've seen him do like little covers of songs. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing okay. You know?
Yeah, I think honestly, given this many subscribers and stuff like that, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the fact that they're off Nickelodeon gives them a lot of freedom to put out a ton of like 1 minute long content and those little 1 minute shorts. And then once they do enough shorts, they can put the shorts together into a like
full length joint.
They could say like 1 hour of covers by Tiny Chef, and that will go into the algorithm and make them a ton of money because you make more money off full length videos that people can put on in the background,
right,
as opposed to little shorts.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Anyway, ACMOfficial is so you know how in the 90s there were straight to video horrors.
Yes,
this is like the internet's answer to straight to video horror.
ACM?
Yeah, ACMOfficial.
Okay.
And it's this.
Got you.
It's actually one person. I thought it was like a content farm where it was like a bunch of different for hire editors and directors and stuff. And actors, of course. And they have such a prolific work rate that I thought there's no way that this is like a human being behind it. But it's apparently one guy. And he puts out horror shorts that are like 3 minutes long every week.
Every week?
Yeah. And
I mean, I'm not going to lie, these screenshots are freaking me out.
They're freaking you out. They are?
Yeah, it's the smiles that are freaking me out.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, they're not scary at all.
I'm sure they're not. It's really more of a thumbnail.
I think that these are like horror shorts for little kids, is what I think. Because there's like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, is that from? That's what that clip is from? Okay.
Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse. Like, what's one of them? One of them is like Smiling Lady.
Yeah, because you see her a lot.
And they're like knockoffs of... So, when Winnie the Pooh and Steamboat Willie / Mickey Mouse became public domain...
yeah.
You could make a horror movie about those guys. And people made full-length horror movies about them.
I didn't know Winnie was in that list.
Yes, he is.
Nice.
Yeah, and nice, yeah.
He's definitely not as old as Mickey Mouse, though, is he?
He is. Those books are from 1900-something.
Wow.
1920-something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't think of him as being that old. It's so funny.
Yeah, and you might not think of him as a horror movie villain, and you're right.
I mean...
It doesn't work, but...
Oh, I'm sure it does.
It does not work. And the short I sent you with him is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Should I pull it up?
Yes. We'll do a audio comment.
Let's do a live react.
But so my point in bringing up that there were full lengths is that those movies seem to be kind of like exploitative and derivative.
Sure.
But these are exploiting.
I'll pause it.
They're exploiting the exploiters in that they're like, you know how in a marketplace of ideas, the most convenient idea or convenient version of an idea would win. So the people who made the full-length movies go, okay, we're going to make it so you can just buy this on demand for like $6 to rent it. And you can watch a shitty straight-to-video Winnie the Pooh movie.
Right, get more revenue.
This is
that?
This is even more than that. This is a 3-minute short where there's no story, really. There's no characters, really. The acting is not really acting.
Right.
This woman who, no disrespect to anyone, by the way, who did this, but
Sure.
and I have a ton of respect for what's his name? ACM. We'll just call him ACM.
ACM.
I respect that he launched this film YouTube channel and that everything looks like pretty like professional. The lighting's good.
Yeah, the camera seems very clear, sharp.
Comes out with a new video every week. Huge respect for that. And I'm cracking up, and that means something that his work reached me.
I was gonna say it touched you in a certain way.
Yeah, and so I'm not saying this in any way to bash him, but I bet if we had a beer with this guy, he would say, like, no, you're right. Like, this was the best performance we could get for that day of shooting. We only had a day of shooting.
Right.
You guys judge not lest ye be judged. You know,
there you go. Judge not.
We should give him our script for Judge Not Lest Ye Be Judged.
Yeah, he does it in like 3 minutes.
That would be a good short horror film.
What you explained, the Black Mirror episode.
Dude, no, but what if it's not a Black Mirror episode?
I know, it's actually one of these. I think 3 minutes. I think you can do it in 3 minutes. It's just that.
Well, no, I've been to. Sorry to cut you off.
No, good.
I've been to multiple short film festivals, like one in Iowa, one that was broadcast from Tennessee, but it had an E broadcast. Dude, short horror features, or short horror films rule.
Yeah,
like 10-minute ones.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? I have seen. Yes. I have seen a few different versions of this,
and
they make you want more.
Yeah, and I when we ended Dad Men, I went down a path where I really was wanting to write a screenplay. I was reading the screenplay book I bought, which that's the classic guy thing where we go, I bought the book, that means I'm going to do it.
It's then, one step closer.
But I wound up getting back into music. But as I'm finishing this album, I am getting that movie bite again, and we should consider making that movie.
I think that's a great idea.
So that is to say that I think that we can laugh at this, but also, like, you know,
appreciate the work.
Appreciate the work that was put into it. And I hope that this woman who played the mother, you know, can watch this. Well, can watch this and go, okay, I learned from this. Like, this performance wasn't super great,
right? But I put myself out there.
Yeah.
Where is it?
So the film opens with a mother
looking for something in the cupboard.
Yeah. What could it be?
Honey.
It's honey. Yep. So the camera shows. There you are. Camera shows a bottle of honey that's mostly been eaten. Now, when I see honey, I think of Winnie the Pooh, of course.
I mean, that's where I go.
Great. It gets really bad, dude. Winnie the Pooh doll is lying there,
mouth agape.
She goes to her son's room.
Did you get into the honey again?
No.
No.
Listen to her voice.
You lied to me, mister. This is the second jar of honey I've gone through in the past few
Stiff.
days.
So stiff.
And what did I say about leaving your twins around the house? It wasn't me. Christopher.
Kid's actually decent.
Yeah, he's not bad.
I know I didn't open it, so that leaves you.
I know I didn't open it.
Or I'll have to ground you.
Or I'll have to ground you. So, the child is saying that it was Winnie the Pooh.
This is insinuating points.
Bad point.
Yep, bad
Sorry,
point.
kid.
It was a bad point, but he's a kid. It's a bad point.
Jalla's getting protectively good.
Kid's doing pretty good.
No, when you said it was a bad point, but he's just a kid.
Yeah. Mouth agape. And he looks... Looks like Fozzie the Bear.
Yep, a commenter said that as well. Good job. He ate the honey.
All of it.
Your imagination, son. I did. But he's not.
And this acting is worse than Troll 2, which is like one of the worst movies of all time.
Now, time to go to sleep. You have school in the morning. Good night.
Yeah, something that you want to learn from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're talking about... Oh, no.
You promised not to tell your mother about these feelings.
So a decent Winnie the Pooh impression.
Not bad.
Actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So she's hearing her son talk to Winnie the Pooh. You'll have to pay the consequences. Because he's mad that the kid told her about the honey.
Who else is in here?
Kid just kind of staring at nothing. So he asks the mom to take Winnie the Pooh.
Who's gone?
He's gone now. Now he's under the bed, so you think he's going to charge at her and kill her. But instead, he just kind of runs up to her and then flops.
Mommy, put him down.
Get ready.
Now you both have to pay.
He's looking at her. He's live.
I've got a rumbling in my tummy.
No, watch. I'm sorry.
I got a rumbling in my tummy. The second one too.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I've got a rumbly in my
So yeah. He says, I've got a rumbly in my tumbly, Mrs. Robin.
Good
and
Lord.
He lurches his head up, and his mouth flies into the camera in the least threatening manner possible and goes, "Rah!" It's just so great. I love it because, like, you can make horror with a doll. Like, and have it be scary.
People have done it a lot.
But this is so goofy. Gosh, no, that's the next one.
Yeah.
But all it is a guy doing a puppet motion with his hand. Yeah. And then just going, like it's like the type of stuff you and I, if we had known each other when we were in high school.
Home movie stuff.
Yeah, home movie stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They just go,
right at the camera.
Right at the camera. Yep. Mm. It's so funny to me. So
good times, though.
A funny channel.
Very funny.
I enjoy it.
Professional
cameras, really well shot for like a 3-minute YouTube short.
Yeah,
sure.
For sure.
They also do like something called OnlyFans, which is just like the thing it reminds me of the straight to video stuff is that each one has the exact same formula. Like if it's in a series. So the next Winnie the Pooh video that is after this one, it's the same format where it's a family. It involves honey. The family member talks to the boy and says, "Did you eat my honey?" No, it was Winnie the Pooh.
There's a couple of beats, similar beats that are just gonna hit for Winnie.
The OnlyFans one is like they realize that they need money to pay their bills, DSP style.
Sure. DSP style is crazy.
And they like flip open their laptop and they act like it's their first time starting OnlyFans, but they literally just flip open their laptop and start doing it. They don't show them signing up or anything.
It's so funny.
It's like that, we don't have time. We have 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go.
And like one chatter joins them and he goes, "Do you have a red dress? I'll give you $25 if you put on a red dress. Do you have lipstick? I'll give you $25 if you have lipstick." And it escalates. And then he says, like, "If you do anything I want for 20 minutes, I'll give you like $1,000 or something." And then
his concept has been done.
Yeah. And then he goes and says crazy stuff. The last ones I want to talk about are there's these strange YouTube channels where it's like they're secretly undercover promotions for restaurants, and you start to wonder if they've been hired by the restaurant to pretend to be workers for the company. There's this guy, Doughtoli, and to a lesser extent, Doughjoe. They're brothers, but they have separate YouTube channels. It's confusing.
Interesting.
But the way the YouTube shorts work is it's a guy, and he's working at Papa John's, and he will say, Give me a pizza, like, give me an example of what someone could make a video about if they work at a pizza joint."
Like working on like their secret sauce or something like that.
Okay. So Papa John's just announced a new secret sauce. And it shows him slamming down the dough. And then the next shot is him like rolling it out with this like thing that puts holes in the dough. Not Dole. Bob Dole. But I've never tried it, so we're going to make it today. And this secret sauce is just another way that Papa John is doing things better.
I see.
And it's this young man. It can't be more than 20 years old.
He's that young?
That young, yeah. Fresh-faced. and he's yelling every line, and I get so annoyed and locked in at the same time and repulsed by it, because I'm like imagining if I found out that this guy was making my pizza, I'd be like, God, he's probably getting spit all over. He's
yelling all over my food.
Yelling all over my food. Mm-hmm. At the very least, there's definitely molecules from his mouth.
Yes.
Getting on my food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
basically made out.
It's called a secondhand kiss.
Yeah.
When you have a girl you like and she
pizza to pizza
lets you take a sip of her water. This is like if my crush worked at Papa John's, I'd be ordering from there all the time.
There you go.
Secondhand kiss.
Jeez Louise.
Papa kiss.
Papa kiss.
It's not even funny. It's not even clever at all. I was trying to come to something clever, but I just go Papa kiss.
Papa kiss is, that's where we landed.
Thanks, man. You didn't say it was good. You just said that's where we landed.
That's where we landed. You know what I mean?
He's a kid.
Things don't have to be good or bad. They just have to be.
It was a bad pun, but he's just a kid.
He's doing pretty good.
Bad point. It's a bad point.
Bad point.
Just a kid.
He's a child.
Yeah, leave him alone, Mike. Sorry, I do tend to pick on kids. So anyway, this 20-year-old, he's uber positive. Sure. And so he'll be like, a customer just placed an order and we close in 5 minutes. And I gotta admit, this is kind of frustrating because I had just cleaned all the pans and done all this and I just mopped the floor. But, and then he switches the angle to him, adding on the sauce. He's like,
prepping.
But on the other hand, everyone who orders from Papa John's deserves to get the best pizza possible. And that means not just one cup of cheese, but a second cup of cheese. That's one of his catchphrases. He always makes sure to bring up the second cup of cheese. And
this does sound like promotion.
Yeah. And sometimes he'll sneak in the second. He'll say, and everyone has bad days sometimes, but we all deserve a second chance. Yeah. So it seems to be a Papa John based psyop,
It sounds like it.
Or an ARG. You ever heard of that?
ARG.
Alternate reality game.
Ooh, I like that. ARG.
Cloverfield had elements of that in the marketing for it.
I like that.
Where it's you're showing an alternate reality and you're getting people mystified by it.
Right.
It's online based, of course. Where
that's interesting.
Sort of, it lives in a similar world as creepypasta often, but this is not a creepypasta.
Yeah, for sure.
But the funny thing is, his brother has a YouTube account as well and makes the same type of videos. So
for what company?
Papa John's.
So this is Papa John's.
This is just Papa John's. Either they
guerrilla marketing.
You're obsessed with those gorillas today.
Gorilla marketing. You gotta call them like you see them. Guerrilla marketers.
I don't know how these gorillas started marketing.
Yeah,
but they're doing a good job. That's the crazy part. But there's a moment in your YouTube career where you realize that these are two different people. Because
do they look very similar?
They look so similar. It's fucked up. And you could say sarcastically,
I don't want to pull it up. I really don't.
you're going to ruin my recommends.
I mean, I can just remove what I've looked at.
He's just freaking out in the thumbnails.
Jesus.
I never noticed how he looks in the thumbnails.
1 million.
Yeah, he's doing good, man.
I'm striving for better one day at a time.
That's just how we do things better. And
this is Papa John's all.
Sometimes he sometimes he cooks at home too. And people say this is like when you see a teacher
outside of there.
Yeah.
In street clothes.
Yeah, no, here's his brother. There, you don't have to search for his brother.
They look the exact same.
I know.
Right.
And they're not twins as far as I know.
They just have a similar look.
They just love Papa John's, man.
You know what?
Papa John's is my least favorite of the main pizza joints. Actually, it used to be my least favorite, but Pizza Hut has
Pizza Hut's trash
has fallen off so bad.
Yeah, Pizza Hut's had probably one of the biggest fall-offs.
Yeah.
In pizza history.
Pizza Hut history.
Commercial pizza history. Yeah. No, honestly, truthfully.
It is true, though. And maybe Babish will talk about it.
He should.
Hey, guys. Today I'm going to talk about how Pizza Hut is now pizza history. Thank you.
We're going to bring on...
I'll hold for the applause.
Guys at Akira Slide.
That's like our fantasy.
Yeah. All right, Babish.
That's our fantasy, and also he would also mention Benson, Boone, our famous Benson Boone review.
So you see how I searched up Doughtoli?
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Gone.
I'm familiar with getting rid of results or
scrubbing, as it were.
I think it still keeps. Well, anyway, it's fine.
That's fine.
You didn't watch any of his videos.
Keep the cookies. It's fine. That's okay.
So I find this type of video very funny.
For me, honestly, on the YouTube stuff, I've been really locked into YouTube for the past, 5 to 7 years or whatever. It's my main. If you want to put YouTube in the social media category, it's easily the thing that I do the most of. No doubt. Like YouTube is TV to me.
Oh yeah,
I'm just watching TV. So yeah, if you put it amongst are you on social media and you're including YouTube, then yes, a mega yes.
Yeah.
But if you're not including it, because I think it should kind of live outside of that and be more of like an entertainment, like a streaming type of idea.
Yeah, I guess
Netflix,
you're right.
Yeah, in that space, I would put it more in that box. But
yeah, I think I said social media.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think people consider it that, and I could see why. Content, comments, engagement, things like that. It's just that I'm just viewing a lot of content on it. I don't have any weird things that I view. Not weird, but I don't have any things that are like out of the ordinary. I've been watching a handful of streamers. Mm-hmm. I love a good food channel, cooking food, serving it up, or like restaurant stuff. I love food vids in general, just being an insane foodie. And an occasional gaming stuff here and there, but not a lot. You know what I have been jumping into in the space is financial stuff and like psychology stuff, which I used to listen to a lot of back in the day. But not as much anymore. But it started to capture my interest, like these like informative vids. Yeah. Those are really cool with like science, not scientists, but like more nerdy stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, shout out to the channel. I think it's called Huge If True. The lady's name is something Abrams. I'm already forgetting it now. But Cleo Abram. Mm. She does a really cool, like, science-y, like, nerdy, like, very informative. She's a great interviewer. Cool. Does a lot of space stuff. A lot of, like, just, like, what's up and new on, like, in the science field. Mm. In the nerdy science field space. So she's really good. But yeah, I mean, for me, YouTube's like a staple. It's an everyday thing. Yeah, I prefer to watch it on my TV. Yeah. Rather than my phone. Yeah. But sometimes I will. I do. I take it where I can get it. I'm a true fiend, if you will. This guy's a YouTube. He's hitting his. To be clear, he's hitting his arm. Yep. He loves YouTube that much. Yeah. Intravenously. Yeah. Yep. Well, thank you. My segment was a bit longer than yours. No, mine was just like a little overview because just to attach it at the back end. But your recommends are going to be full of ACMOfficial now and Tiny Chef, Doughtoli, Tiny Chef. I mean, I may go. I may check what Tiny Chef's doing off of Nickelodeon. Yeah, he might go some places that you don't expect. I will say to the studio heads and businessmen that own Nickelodeon and all those properties, go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. Not for the Tiny Chef thing, but or maybe not just for that, but the Noggin was a really clutch tool that I helped a lot in younger childhood rearing. Similar to like a PBS Kids. Sure. Had some really great activities. I used to do yoga with Luna, like, because they had like a kid yoga show. Yeah. They had a ton of stuff on Noggin. Like, they had their own app. Sucks. with a bunch of games, and like they recently shut it down like within the last like year or something like that.
Damn.
So you just all that content that they had created, all those creators that were doing really good stuff on there. They had dance shows. They teach the kids how to dance, teach the kids to do yoga, teach the kids to run around and play. It was like a assistant. As I was rearing Luna, that really was helpful and like really good content where I wouldn't feel bad like putting on any of their stuff, any of the programming that they had.
And it's not like it's like making you feel your brain.
Yes, it's not much. It's not brain rot. For the children.
There you go.
Since the kids come up with these new words now, but yeah, it's not brain rot, and it was super helpful for rearing as a rearing tool as well. So screw you guys that got rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, corporate bullshit where mergers happen and people have to get fired. They say, oh, it's unavoidable.
Nobody's watching this, so let's just cut it.
Yeah, we got to look at the bottom line, guys. I mean, that's the thing that pisses me off about capitalism so much is the idea that, like, when you look at the chart, it has to be year over year. You have to see line go up or else people have to get fired immediately. Right. Like, that pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like, are you kidding me?
Real growth that is sustainable and not harmful to others, real growth, it's not a straight line.
Yeah, there's valleys and peaks and things like that.
I should say healthy growth. I think I said real growth.
Yeah, healthy growth. Yeah, I mean, it just comes with the territory. I mean, we could go more into that, but
that's for the Akira.
After dark.
Akira After Dark.
Akira After Dark.
All right. Well, it's pretty dark out there now, so we'll have to start that bonus pod right now.
I think so. Everybody that's on Patreon, go log on right now and
keep binging. Yeah,
keep binging.
Keep binging. So we thought of keep binging today. We thought of Judge Not.
Judge Not. ... This is for Pitchfork.
Yeah.
Judge Not. ...
Yep. ... You got to do the ... And we thought of a bunch of other crazy stuff.
Well, we're going to go back to the tape.
Yeah. Roll that back.
Yeah, roll that back. There you go.
Say that again.
One more time?
You ever seen the clip from I almost said Final Destination.
Yeah.
From Final... Oh my God.
Final Fight.
No, it's... I keep wanting to say Final Fantasy, but it's Fantastic Four.
Oh,
but I keep trying to say
movie.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So from Fantastic Four,
yes,
that came out like relatively recently, and near the end of the film, they're talking about how they're going to have government funding, and I think the thing says, it's fantastic," and then Reed Richards looks at him and goes, "Say that again," and then the cut to the title is Fantastic Four. And the enemies of Dr. Doom. Yes.
Classic.
So yeah, when people say that again, that's what they're referencing.
Say that again?
So when you said Akira After Dark, I'd say say that.
Say that again. One more time.
Nani?
Nani.
All right. So thank you for listening. You can follow us at Dermot at Instagram on
and in. Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Dermot.mn.
Yep.
And on TikTok as well. We're on YouTube. You can subscribe to us and let us know what you agreed with on this show, what you disagreed with. If you're a big fan of the ending of 28 years later, please feel free to leave a comment and let us know what you thought of it. Jallah, please let the people know when you've seen that movie, and I'd love to talk to you about what you thought of it.
Especially that last scene.
Yes.
I'm really interested in seeing how like the change of tone affects the movie as a whole.
Feel free to let us know your thoughts, rate and review, and subscribe, and
thumbs up.
And until next time, keep
on sliding.
Keep on sliding.
Flip or flop.
Shit.